Hello, and welcome to another conversation with a character from a Vermeer painting. Our guest today is the geographer. Most of Vermeer's paintings show women who are busy with some sort of quiet activity, but two of his paintings are of men who are scientists. Why do you suppose he painted you, a geographer?
I believe it had to do with the advances being made in geography at the time. European explorers and traders were discovering new worlds. Map-making techniques were improving. In fact, the Netherlands had become a center for map-making.
Were the maps in this painting made in the Netherlands?
Most definitely. Master Vermeer painted his maps so accurately that historians can identify their publishers. For example, the map on the wall behind me is a sea chart published by Willem Janszoon Blou. The globe above my head was published by Hendrik Hondius. Both were based in Amsterdam, a city not too far from Delft.
One of my favorite things about this painting is the thoughtful expression on your face. I can't help but wonder what you're thinking about.
Oh yes, I do have a lot on my mind.
Some people think you are experiencing a moment of inspiration, but to me, it looks like you're suffering from a bit of wanderlust. The way you look up toward the outside world, I imagine that you're thinking about sailing to some far-off places on your maps.
That's interesting, because in Master Vermeer's original composition, I was actually looking down at my charts.
Really? So he painted over this original pose?
Yes, just to the left of my face, you can see a hazy dark outline. It matches the shape of my forehead, only it's tilted at a downward angle.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
If Master Vermeer had left me looking down instead of up, you might not have seen that wanderlust.
What a difference a single change can make. Did Vermeer make any other changes in this painting?
On the little table in the lower right-hand corner, you can see the ghost image of a sheet of paper. If I remember correctly, Master Vermeer painted over the paper to make that corner darker. He was always balancing the light and dark areas in his paintings.
Fascinating. I've noticed that several of Vermeer's paintings feature oriental rugs, like the one draped over your table. Is there a reason for this?
Oh yes, let's check out that draped rug. As I said earlier, by this time the Dutch had developed a shipping route to China and Japan. The globe behind me is actually turned to show this route. As a result, rugs and other goods from throughout Asia had become popular in the Netherlands. The Japanese robe I am wearing is another example.
What is the tool you are holding? It looks like a compass.
It is a set of dividers.
I use it to measure distances on charts and maps. You may also notice the cross staff hanging between the windows. It is used to figure out the location of a ship at sea by measuring the distance between the North Star and the horizon. Speaking of stars, you look an awful lot like the astronomer in Vermeer's other painting of a scientist. Here is Vermeer's painting called The Astronomer. Doesn't he look just like our guest, the geographer?
That's very observant of you. Yes, Master Vermeer used the same model to paint us both.
Many art historians think the model for both you and the astronomer was Antony van Leeuwenhoek, the famous Delft scientist.
I have heard that theory.
Well, wasn't he born in Delft in 1632, just like Vermeer?
Yes, I believe he was.
I seem to remember that he was famous for improving the microscope and discovering many microscopic life forms. But wasn't van Leeuwenhoek also skilled in navigation, astronomy, mathematics, and natural science?
Oh, he was indeed.
Also, he would have been about 36 years old at the time you were painted, the same age that you appear to be. Not to mention that when Vermeer died, van Leeuwenhoek was the only one who carried out the instructions in his will. Based on all of this, I have to believe that you are Antony van Leeuwenhoek.
Oh, as a man of
Science, I must admit.
your evidence is compelling.
Well, thank you for your time today. I hope you will find what you're looking for in those maps.
My pleasure. Thank you, and farewell to the children.